Welcome. Welcome to your 8-minute weekly Thriving Hard for Thriving You Grief Tips. And today, April 7th is World Health Day. So we're honoring and celebrating you on this World Health Day 2024. And the theme for this year is My Health, My Right. So your health, your right. And do you agree? Do you agree that you have the right to be healthy? Most people agree that they have the right to be healthy. And the interesting thing is having helped more than 25,000 people successfully move through and beyond grief, I find that many times we in general agree that we have the right to be healthy physically. Most of us agree that we have the right to be healthy physically, but when it comes to emotional health and mental health, but particularly emotional health, we tend to try to tough it up, so to say. Have you noticed this? Perhaps you know somebody in your life who says they're physically healthy. In other words, at this moment, they are not physically in pain. Now, perhaps their mental health is somewhat healthy as well, or perhaps there is a little strain in there. But you know that because of one thing or another, they are not particularly in the best emotional health. They don't have peace of mind. They wake up in the middle of the night because some trauma that has happened in the past that still haunt them. They experience anxiety or panic attack or bouts of depressions or something. So emotionally, perhaps they're still functioning mentally, but emotionally they are not in the best situation. They could be healthier. And interestingly, many people who experience this ease, uneasiness with their emotional health, for some reason in this society there is such a misunderstanding, so to say, that health includes our physical health, perhaps because it's visible, and then to a degree our mental health because we need it to function. And then a lot of time when it comes to emotional health, we say, you know what? I'm still functioning. So I'm just going to tough it up. Well, I'm still hanging in there. I'm still hanging in there. So even though I'm hanging by the strand of a straw, so to say, I'm going to tough it up. And not realizing that our emotional health, not even just our mental health, but even more our emotional health, because your emotions come from your heart, actually influence everything in your life. Your emotional health has very strong impact on your mental health, on your mind. And your emotional health also has a great impact on your physical body as well as on your energy. And we everything's energy, we're all energy. And for those who studies energy with more modern modalities nowadays, we can see that your emotional health also influence your energy, as well as in addition to that, for us who says, yes, everybody has the right to be healthy, including your loved ones. Nowadays, we show that your emotional health, what's going on in your heart, influence others' physical health. And this is studies done through EKG, those heart rhythm strips, that it shows that what's going on in your heart based on your emotions, whether you feel happy or you feel angry or you feel overwhelmed or you feel depressed or sad or anguish, it's influenced the heart rhythm, not only of yourself, but the heart rhythm of person or pets all the way across the room. And when somebody's heart rhythm, the physical heart rhythm is being influenced, naturally, it's influenced their well-being, because if your heart's kind of like racing and perhaps you don't even know why your heart is racing, but your heart is racing, or if you feel anxious without even really knowing why you feel anxious, but you do, and it is because somebody else in the same room, then it's not the best mental health from the anxiety. Or if your heart is racing over time, that is not the best physical health. And nowadays we also know that when it comes to grief and stress and emotions, it causes a lot of inflammations. It leads to a lot of inflammations in our body. And inflammations, many times we've heard that inflammations leads to decrease in our immune competence. So it compromises your immune system, leads to all slew of illnesses, chronic illnesses, as well as the autoimmune disease, and even cancer, which none of those are good for our physical health. And so on this World Health Day, I would like to invite you, if you agree that it is your and your loved one rights to be healthy, to keep in mind that your physical health and your mental health and the health of everything in your life, whether it's your bank account or your relationship or some other things, is very much influenced by the health of your emotion. On this World Health Day, you have the right to be healthy. Yes, physically, yes, emotionally, but also yes, mentally, but also emotionally, knowing that when your emotion is not in the healthiest state, it will influence your mental health as well as your physical health. Nowadays, there is a very well-known term called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, where the more romantic term, so to say, is die from heartbreak. And we know now in the medical field that this is actually a true situations where somebody will actually have a heart attack or a heart failure from heartbreak. And so if someone whom you know is perhaps still fine at this moment physically and mentally still functioning, still hanging in there, but emotionally can be in a better state, please invite them to be an advocate of their own rights, that they too deserve to have the best emotional health, and support them in receiving the best support for them. And if you have any questions, feel welcome to connect with me through this platform that you find me, or connect with me on my website, Joyful Riches Beyond Grief, or BirgitteTan@gmail.com. If you find this message useful, please subscribe to the channel and like this video, and feel welcome to share this with everyone and anyone that you'd like to as well. And this is Dr. BirgitteTan with Joyful Riches Beyond Grief. I see you that you are able to embrace and fully benefit from your birthrights, which is to be able to have your health, because our health is our wealth. Your health is your wealth. You can be having everything in the world, but if you're not healthy, you will not be able to enjoy it. And that's your emotional health, mental health, and